guys, welcome back to my channel. I am back today with another video for you guys. I know I'm probably late with this one, but better late than never. So recently I was away, and while I was away I decided to stop at Sephora and check out the new Fenty beauty line. And I figured before I purchase a whole bunch of stuff, I said let me just try out the foundation first. So I tried out the foundation, and the shade that I got in that foundation was shade 340, and that shade was a little too dark for me as far as shade wise, because for me, I noticed with that foundation, it oxidized like 2 shades darker. So what I did was, instead of keeping it, I decided to, on my way back out from my trip, I decided to stop again at the same Sephora that I purchased it from and return it. When I returned it, the shade that the girl said that will be perfect for me would be 330. They didn't have that. So what I did was, at that time, I said, well, you know what? I don't want no money back or anything like that. I'll try out the primer. So I did pick up the primer. And when I got back home to where I live at, I decided to go to my Sephora and check out there to see whether or not if they had 330. And they did. Lucky thing for me, when I looked in the slot, it was the last 330 shades in there. I was super duper excited because I really wanted to do a review on the foundation first before I start, like I said, going and purchasing everything from the line. So I winded up picking up some extra stuff while I was at my Sephora on the hunt for 330. So I got the 330. And this is my little Sephora bag right here that I picked up a few little stuff from Sephora. And I wound up picking up her matchstick as well, which is like a cream stick form concealer. And this is the matchstick. I got mine in the shade Honey. And I haven't tried none of these products out yet. This is the 330 shade that I specifically went to Sephora to purchase. Hopefully it doesn't oxidize too bad and the undertone is not off. And this right here is the primer that I picked up when I took back the first shade that I purchased from this line of the foundation. So we're gonna try all 3 of these products out today. I also got in here Urban Decay De-Slick Setting Spray Extra that I purchased, and some Lancome Tint Adult Concealer. These are just samples. Still have my receipt in here. Hopefully I don't have to return it again, because if I have to do that, I'm just gonna give up. It's not that serious. Even though I would love to support my girl RIHANNA, because she's an island girl like your girl, makeup addict, and I love supporting my sisters. So let's try out these products and see how they work out for me. I'm gonna pull this up a little bit so that way you guys can see me a little bit better as I apply the products to my skin. Also, if you're interested in what this eye look is today that I have on my eyes, it's this Tarteist Pro palette. I had this for a while and I decided to use it today. I'm gonna turn it so the mirror don't blind you guys, but yeah, I have this shade on my brow bone, these 2 shades over here, this one, and this one in my crease. And I also have these 2 shades in my crease right here, in my crease, as well as this shade up here and this shade on my lid. I mixed them together. Yeah, so if you want to see a look with this palette, let me know. I can recreate this look for you guys if you want to see how I created this look. And for my base, before I applied my shadow, I used my MAC Pro Longwear Paint Pot in this shade called Quite Natural. So that's what I have on my lid before I applied my shadows as a base. So anyway, let's just jump into this video, and we are going to start with her primer. Her primer, I haven't tried it out as yet since I bought it. So this primer right here is the Fenty Beauty by RIHANNA Pro Filt'r Instant Retouch Primer. And it comes in this beautiful frosty gloss, pink gloss. Y'all know what I'm saying. Gloss pronunciation, but yeah, you know what I'm trying to say. And it has a pump. So yeah, let's try out the primer first. I already moisturized my skin. I'm gonna apply my primer because I love to apply primer before I put anything on my skin. So this is what the primer look like. It's not runny or anything like that, and I'm just gonna put it in these areas and work it into the skin. And and it's a lotiony type texture primer. Very hydrating too, as you can see. It gave my skin that instant glow, and it blends in nicely into the skin. I'm just gonna work this on the top of my forehead and we are gonna apply the foundation. I figure I'll do this tutorial with you guys while my skin is behaving itself. It hasn't been breaking out lately. I figure let me just jump on it before I start getting, you know, friends on my face. But yeah, the primer feels pretty good. I don't see that it did any type of filling in the pores in the area or anything like that. Yeah, I'm just looking, just observing what's going on my face with this primer. But it sets, when it sets down to semi-matte look. It sets down semi-matte, put it like that, and it looks good. I like it. It's one of those primers that you can wear with or without makeup. It gives your skin a nice little glow to it, but not glowy. So I like that. Since that didn't fill in my pores or anything like that, I'm just gonna use this Tarte Clean Slay Timeless Smoothing Primer. So I'm just gonna take this primer right here and place it into the areas where I have pores, because we got to fill in them pores. We don't want the foundation sitting and sinking into the pores and just looking obvious that you have something on your skin. You know what I mean? So we're gonna fill in the pores, and I'm just gonna pat it in with my finger like this and push it into the skin where I have pores. And my pores are like on my cheeks and around this area right here. So we're gonna put some more on my hands, and I'm just gonna like bounce it into the skin so that way it can just go right into the pores and fill it in, and then bring it down. Bounce, pounce it in there. And now I'm gonna take a little bit more and just put some between my forehead right here. Just work it in and just smooth it out with my fingers up on this area and bring it down my nose. So that's how that's looking. It did fill in my pores. Probably can't see it on camera, but it's filled in. Now let's try out this shade. I hope it's my shade. And I hope it doesn't oxidize too much, because it does oxidize when you have it on your skin and it warms up to your body temperature of your skin. So it does oxidize. So I must warn you guys. Again, I got to emphasize that, so that way you guys won't be surprised when you go thinking you got your shade like me and wind it up having to returning it back to the store. So make sure when you go and get this foundation, you get a shade that's maybe one shade lighter than you if you want to be on the safe side. But I just took the foundation out the box. This is the box that it comes in again, and it's the same frosty glass bottle as the primer. This is the primer and this is the foundation. Yeah, same pump. Let me show you the pump. It comes with a pump. So on this side right here, I'm gonna use the beauty blender. They say that you have to use your beauty blender not wet in order to get full coverage or decent coverage, put it like that. So I'm gonna try it that way with the beauty blender on this side, and I'm gonna try with my brush on this side just to see the difference between the two applications. So let me grab my brushes over here. For the side with the brush, I'm gonna use my Sedona Lace 928 brush, and I am going to apply the foundation on this side with the brush. Let's pump it on. Okay. Okay, it's very runny. As you can see, when I pumped it, it ran away. It runs. Hopefully it didn't suck up too much in the bristle of the brush. Let's try it on this side over here and see how it works out with the brush. Let's try it. Fingers crossed. Hopefully it's my shade. Just put it on this side and just... It looks like it's my shade. Ooh. And it dries pretty fast, so you have to work with this real fast when you apply it. So let's work with it real fast. I don't really do too much on the forehead because I don't have a lot of marks up there, but let's see. It's a perfect match. And it covers real good. And that was just one pump and maybe a little bit extra, not fully 2 pumps, as you saw when I was trying to get it out the bottle. So this is this side. Cover is real nice. I like it. So you don't have to use a whole lot. It has great coverage to it. I like that. And personally, I feel it looks very good on my skin, and it doesn't sink into my pores. Maybe because I have the pore filler on, but I'm gonna also test it without the pore filler. But it looks nice. You see this side and this side? Covers up my hyperpigmentations marks. It covered it up well on this side with just that amount that I apply. So that's good. I like it. And when it dries down to a matte finish. And it's my shade. Let's see by the time I finish working in the other side with the Beauty Blender sponge if it's going to oxidize. That's the big thing that I am concerned about, if it changes color, but it looks good so far. Let's try with the Beauty Blender. It's not wet This is the original beauty blender, so we're gonna try it with this. I'm gonna pump some more on this. Okay, this is one pump, and it's not soaking up in my beauty blender or anything like that too much. So let's quickly work it in on this side. So suddenly, okay. I like it better with the brush. To me, the brush gives more coverage than a dry beauty blender. And I think if I was to wet my beauty blender, it probably would be even more sheer as far as coverage on my face. But this is what this is looking like. I'm gonna go back in because, you know, I like coverage because I can still see my hyperpigmentation in this area and right here. So I'm gonna go back in with my Sedona Lace brush with half of a pump and this side. Oh my God. Is it broke? Look at this, y'all. Let's see if the pump works. I broke it. Oh no, I didn't. I just gotta keep pumping it. Come on. It's coming. Oh my goodness. Only got a little bit up there. Let's try to cover up those target areas where I can still see my spots, which is on my cheeks and right here. So I'll put some right here and put some right there. Sorry about that, guys. Oh my goodness. Just gonna bounce it in. It's perfect. It's my shade. Look at that. It is my shade. You see how it gave me more coverage on this side with the brush? So for me, I would use this foundation with the brush instead of a beauty blender. I'm trying to work it in. See? It's my shade. It's my shade. Yeah, I love it. I love the feel of it on my skin. I love the look of it on my skin. It feels very lightweight on my skin. It feels like I don't have any type of foundation on my skin, so that's a plus. It's not heavy feeling, and I love the way how it dries down to a matte finish. It's not super duper dry looking matte looking going on, but it's a nice matte finish. So I like that about it. I can see that it is oxidizing a little bit here, but on camera it's not looking that way. But for me personally, I can see that it's oxidizing just a tad bit, so that's not too bad. I think I am going to love this foundation. So far I'm liking it, so pretty good. You did your thing, Riri. Riri, my girl Riri, you know she's an island girl like me, like I said, and you know I had to go get her stuff. Now we're gonna try this Coverall Match Stick Foundation Concealer. It says it's a concealer, corrector, contour, long wearing, light as air, layering. So we're gonna see how that works out underneath my eye. I got this shade in the shade Honey because I wanted to have like a brightening effect underneath my eyes. So I'm going to apply it. This is what the package look like. It's magnetic. I'm gonna try out the other stuff from her collection, like I said, but I wanted to try out her concealer and the basics first before I jump into all the other stuff. And I really hope that she comes out with more stuff such as eyeshadows and other different things. It's so magnetic. You see how it's magnetic to my ring? That is so boss, you know? But yeah, that's a good concept and I like it. So let's just put it on. This is what the shade look like, and I'm gonna swatch it on my hand so you can see what the shade look like up close. It has a slight little peachy undertone in it, so that's good to help with the color correcting situation. So let's put it on. But before I put it on, I'm gonna show you guys how much product come in here. It's not a lot of product come in here, but it's not an expensive, too pricey product either. It's $25, so it's not too bad for $25. So let's just apply it and see how it applies. Put it on. Looking good. Let's just try it. Hopefully it brightens up that areas that I'm trying to highlight. So I'm gonna grab my beauty blender again, and I got a glass of water here. I'm gonna saturate it so that way I can wet the sponge and blend it out. I feel as though it's gonna blend out better if the sponge is saturated, so I'm gonna squeeze that out and put that over there for that falls too. Let's just blend this stuff out. I got so much stuff over here. Everything is just falling all over the place. I'm sorry for all the noise, but let's blend it out. I'm going to take the pointy section here and just blend this out. Blends out seamlessly, like effortlessly. So, and it does brighten up underneath my eye area. I like it. I think I'm gonna go back and get the contour stick to contour with. Blends out real nice, beautifully too. Very effortlessly, you know. Girl, Rihanna. Girl. Wow. See that? Let me pull up a little bit so y'all can see how it looks blended. I like it a lot. Really like it. Not bad, Riri. Let's set this on the eye area. I'm gonna use my Urban Decay Naked Skin Shapeshifter palette, and I am gonna use the powder section in this palette, and I'm gonna use this banana shade right here to set my under eye. Grab a brush, Real Technique brush, tapping into it, and it's a little bit of fallout, but we're gonna set this concealer. I've really been enjoying this palette a lot, and I've been really like using it, putting it to work. Let's go to the next side. And the foundation, I am like in wow with how this foundation looks on my skin, feel on my skin. It looks so skin-like, really skin-like. And the shade is perfect for my skin tone. I'm glad I didn't have to go back and exchange the color. And it wears nice because the day that I purchased it, I didn't wear it that day. But the next day on my way back home, I decided to play with it and just wear the foundation just to see how it will work in the heat. And it was like 90-something degrees that day, and it's very good for hot weathers, so I like it. And if you have oily skin, it's gonna be good too. So as you can see, my skin is not super duper oily or anything like that. It has a nice natural finishing to it, so I like that a lot. Since I'm in this palette, I'm going to contour. I'm not going to use the cream side on the other side today because I don't want to disturb the foundation. Maybe I should use it. Let's just try the cream. I've been wanting to try out this shade right here, this shade in this corner to contour, and I'm going to try it out for you guys. I'm going to get my brush. Hopefully it's not too, it looks so scary and so deep in tone. I'm just gonna tap into it and pick up some more on this end, even it out on the brush, and I am going to place it in my area over here. And y'all see that? Oh my god, I told y'all I was scared of that daggone color. Oh. Let's contour. I'm just gonna put it like that and then blend it out. Let's bring it down the nose. Oh my god. Oh my goodness. Wow. Let me use this. Let me see. What else I got in there? You got to bring that down a notch. Let's work it in with this Morphe M577 brush. Let's blend that out. And it blends out good too. It blends nice. Even though over here look like somebody done punched me over there and I got black eyes. I'm getting a fluffier brush to tone out the color a little bit more. I'm gonna have to use the powder side to tone out this area because I got it on that area. I don't want my nose to look all funny, but yeah, that's better. Ooh, that is so much better. You saw that color, y'all? That color is scary, so go in light-handed when you using this palette. This one is in the shade medium to deep, so be careful if you have this palette and you want to try out that dark shade cream contour. Make sure you go in lightly. Let's blend out the rest of the contour. I love the way how it blends out though. Blends out nice. It's a little too tan for me, like as far as the color is too dark, but I'm gonna fix that. Don't mind my fish face. Gotta make the fish face. It blends out good though. Yeah, the shade is a little bit too deep for me, but I'm gonna work with it. I'm gonna set it, the cream contour, with this bronzer shade in here. This is the contour shade as far as the powder. I'm not gonna use this to make this look a little bit more dark or anything like that. This is just fine to just chisel out the cheeks and give the face a little bit more scope to it, you know. But this contour shade, I am going to use it to contour shade, bronzer. This is the bronzer. So we're gonna put that on the cream contour. Ooh, that is too dark too. I have not played with these dark shades in here since I got this palette. I just been playing with the color corrector. I'm gonna use another fluffier brush. Maybe that's what it is. Tap it. I'm not gonna apply anymore on the other side too much. Ooh. All right, let me get my big mirror over here so I can see better. But it looks sun-kissed, like a nice little sun-kissed tan going on. I like it. But next time when I'm using it, I will have to use it a little bit more light-handed. It's a lot of blending. You know I like to blend because I don't want nothing to look stark on my face. Then I'm going to take the remaining product that's on the brush and contour my chin area. Yeah. So that's what that's looking like. Now I am going to put on a little bit of blush because I need a little bit of color on my cheeks. So I'm just gonna use my Becca blush palette here. And this is the Becca Blush with Light Trio palette. And these are the shades. I'm gonna use the middle shade since I have this contour going on that's looking like a sun-kissed type tan going on. I'm gonna use this one because it does have that tone in it with a little bit of peach undertone to it. So I'm just gonna apply that on my cheeks. Let me get my brush. Clean brush and just tap that in there. Now I'm gonna work it in. It's a pretty color. Now I'm just gonna add some highlighter in this area. And I'm gonna use the Makeup Forever Infuse Pro Light highlighter. And this is a very wet looking type of highlighter. It's very bam out there, so I'm just gonna use a little bit on this brush right here and just put it in this area. This is what the shade look like. Let me show you a swatch of it if I put it on. That's what the highlighter look like. It's a nice highlighter. I like it. I've been using it a lot over the summer. And I'm not gonna go too much with it. Just gonna put it there. And I'm gonna put a little bit on the tip of the brush, tap it out, and put some on my nose. So, put some more, because I like to look glossy. So, you want to look nice and fresh and glossy. Pop on some highlighter and you'll be fine. On the cheekbone, see? So yeah, put some of my Cupid's bow over here. Inside. Love will make you so happy. Inside. Stop. Alright. I'll stop. I'm gonna blend a little bit more on the cheek. And call it today. So now I am going to just put a little something on my lips because I need to. And I'm going to use my Ofra matte liquid lipstick. And this one is in the shade. What shade is this? I can't even see without my glasses, y'all. Y'all know I'm not good with seeing tiny writing, but it's a nice mauve shade. Let me swatch it for you so you can see it. It's a beautiful fall color. Let me put some on my lips. The lipstick dry really fast, so it's not one of those matte liquid lipstick that takes a long time to dry. And I love the formula of it. I love when you apply it, it feels very smooth and silky on the lip. And when it completely dries, it dries to a matte finish, but not drying on the lip. Like, you know how you get some matte lipsticks and they feel very like deserty on your lip. Like you need to wet your lip or you need to add something on top of it. Nah, not this Ofra one. I really been enjoying this. Love it. Now, let me give you my final review as to how I'm liking these products here. And you guys already know I ain't saying nothing too bashful about it. So you gotta know that I like it. I'm just gonna set my face real quick before I tell y'all my final thoughts with this Urban Decay Slick setting spray. I'm always extra. I know that. Now, let's talk about the foundation. Even though I'm kind of upset that I dropped it and the pump might not be working anymore, but I'm gonna see if it's gonna keep acting the way it's acting after I dropped it, as far as not working as it originally was working when we first opened it up. But I love this foundation. I love it. Thank you, Rihanna. Fenty Beauty. Try not to break my pockets a lot, because I am going back and getting a lot of stuff from this line, because I love the stuff that she came out with so far, from just the 3 things that I picked up from her line, which is this, the foundation, the primer, and the matchstick. Yeah, so now I have to go and get the rest of her stuff from her line, because I like it a lot, and I'm sure everything else I am going to enjoy as well. The foundation looks beautifully on my skin. It looks so skin-like. I love it. And the matchstick, I'm going back to get the contour one and the blush one. I want to try out the cream blush. I'm sure I'm gonna enjoy that. What else I want to get? The highlighters. You know I got to get the highlighters because I like to glow up. But like I said, I wanted to make sure that I get the basics first and see how I'm liking the line, if I'm gonna go back and get more stuff. And I am. If you haven't tried this line already, go try it. You are going to love it. Like your girl makeup addict. See my highlight? Yeah. Makeup forever. I've been wearing this highlighter all summer. Just blinding folks. You got to put on your sunshades when I come through. Now let me stop. But I'm just kidding. Yeah, but the stuff, highly, 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 highly recommended. I'm happy with my purchases, and don't be surprised if I come back with another haul, y'all, because I will get the rest of the stuff from her line. I am so excited for her. I'm so happy that she was able to come out with her own line. I'm super duper happy, extra happier that her foundation range, look, you are going to find your shade. She has 40 shades in her line, and you are going to find your shades. Your shade in this foundation. And like I said, if you have not tried this yet, go and try it. You are not going to be disappointed. And I'm not sponsored. Everything on my channel I purchase with my own money as usual. Y'all know this already. If you are a constant subscriber that's been with me from day one and know me and the stuff that I feature here on my channel, y'all know. No companies don't send me nothing. I buy everything with my coins. So, on that note, this concludes this video. I hope that you enjoyed it, and let me know if you're gonna go and get the daggone foundation. I highly, highly recommend it. And if you did, how you like it, and what else you got from the line, so that way I can try it out. And if I get something else from the line other than what I have now, I will keep you guys posted and let you know what I got from the line and things like that. So this concludes the video. I hope you guys are having a blessed day. blessed night, blessed week, blessed morning, whenever you're watching this video. And I will chat with you all in my next video.